GM, everyone, and welcome to another episode of FOMO Hour. Today is Friday, February 13th, 2026. Oh, we have a very special show again here today. We will be sweating the Ace Trader live final with $1 million up for grabs this morning on today's show. Who is going to take it all down? And will they win via some long trades or some short trades? We're going to find out here very shortly. Stats will be coming on to sweat it with us. I've also got Logan in the house this morning. Logan, GM, how you doing?
Hey, good morning, Tyler. Doing well. Things are thawing out here. Maybe they can thaw out sometime soon.
That's good. Your connection's a little rough, Logan, so we might need to have you check on that here briefly. But we did get the gist of it. Happy to have you on board with us here this morning. This should be a fun one. We had a lot of fun yesterday. We went for 3.5 hours. So shout out to anyone who did listen to Stats and I ramble for so long yesterday. It'll be a tighter show here today. I think the final will run basically in parallel with okay, so it is officially live. So it'll end here in about 41 minutes. So we'll check in on that here in a minute. We'll also talk markets a little bit today. We didn't do it quite as much. We had a longer form discussion. We'll check in on the CPI print, these coin earnings, the latest out of the CFTC, Solana, leaning into a graveyard hack, plus a lot more. So should be an exciting show. And we didn't do Yeet yesterday, folks. We will do double Yeet spins at the end of today's show. So you will want to stick around for that. All right, so that's what's on the docket. Well, let's just jump in live. Stats isn't here. I'm sure he'll be joining us shortly, but we got to get checked in on the Ace Trader Live final, which is officially live. So let's see. Do we have the leaderboard? All right. My boy, Two Sharts out to a quick lead at 13K realized P&L to Vege's minus 4,500. The folks over at Ace Trader are running a live stream as well, so you can check in on that. The live stream is fun. You get to check in and see what folks are doing. So we've got Veg. It looks like he's short ETH. 17x. Not the morning to be short, my friend, unless you think we're going to revert. Or I guess if you're perhaps betting on that reverse slam at 10 a.m. But it's been a strong morning so far, which we love to see. It feels like it's been a little while since we've had any green on the board. Checking in on prices here, folks. Bitcoin, 67.8 here this morning. Nice little grind up from where we were at. So I've got the 5-minute chart pulled up, which is perfect for the live perps competition that we're sweating. We touched 65K yesterday afternoon, right around noon. Basically, it's up only since then. So we had the morning sell-off. It looked pretty rough. This is what we were sweating live for the quarterfinals and semifinals for Ace Trader. Just a huge sell-off there. It was the shorts who were raking it all in. Then that ended and abruptly changed. It seemed like the sell-off was driven by this headline that Russia is considering going back on the dollar standard. So didn't necessarily see that one coming. So that shook markets. Metals sold off, stocks sold off, and crypto sold off as well. But this morning we got soft CPI print. Not sure if folks saw this. It came in like 0.1% under estimates. So markets seem to be going up. It looks like we got Mando in the house here this morning as well. So maybe we can get a little bit of a market report from him. Mando, good morning. How you doing?
Oh, busy day, man. Very, very busy day. But yeah, it's been a good one. It feels like crypto's outperforming for the first time in a while.
Ever?
Yeah, it's been a while. Everyone's freaking out on stocks in AI land. And we are not looking so bad. So
it's weird about yeah. Sorry. So yesterday we had the pretty broad sell-off. Did you chalk that up to the Russia headline? Yeah. Considering going on the US dollar, or was that? Are we reading too much into that? Because that like all the markets sold off yesterday.
I think it was more an AI trade that sold off, right? There was some. So people have been getting worried in like the real estate sector and in like some of the transport sectors randomly with AI. There's been a couple of smaller names just reported earnings and basically said like, yeah, we're using AI now for all of this sort of stuff, and people have gotten worried about it. Suddenly, AI disruption here. Yeah, there you go. Media. It's like that's the vibe there right now. AI is going through different subsectors of the economy, and like it's freaking people out. So a bunch of stocks are just like nosediving on the back of it. So it's been that's what's caused the sell-off. This is the sort of narrative like it can cause the sell-off. Like what I would say is like looking at the chart that we were looking at maybe 2 days ago, and we were like, oh, maybe it looks like it's about to break down, all this sort of stuff. This sort of thing, like AI is going to ruin everything, is kind of the sort of thing that could cause a sell-off. It's not the QQQ, it's everything else, basically. And so like the real estate sector has been hammered. Like some of these real estate stocks are down like 20% and they never move. You've seen transportation move. Media just said there is moving. Like it's like a strange sell-off right now where people are just getting worried that AI is going to basically destroy businesses. Maybe they should be worried. Originally it was SaaS, right? And now it's actually moved to some of the companies themselves. People are just getting worried about the barriers to entry for various different businesses, and that AI is just going to come for everything.
Real estate feels like the single sector that would be least affected by AI.
People have been super bearish on, like, type in real estate AI. I don't even know what it was. Maybe
I can't answer that. I mean, if you think 50% of the white collar workforce is going to lose their jobs, how are they going to afford their houses?
Yeah.
Oh, I mean, so
Yeah,
this
there was
is
a
people
commercial real
actually
estate
saying
trade.
broad-based
Yeah.
economic destruction. This is not like the software industry. I can see where people are like the software sector makes sense. You know, it's if you can use Claude Code, why do you need DocuSign? You can build your own DocuSign. But what you're saying, Tyler, is just broad-based economic destruction at the hands of AI.
Well, it's two. So there's the office, commercial real estate. Right.
Yeah.
This is not that. This is real estate services stocks sank on Wednesday.
That makes sense because that's software. That's just
so it feels as though but like a lot of the economy is service based. So there's a lot of these like service based companies in various different sectors where they're like maybe they weren't the SaaS giants, but they were doing some form of, I don't know, services. It seems on an industry level. I haven't gone into the depths of each industry, but like, look, that one there, AI disruption anxiety spreads beyond tech, real estate, trucking, logistics. Like it's like small companies reporting and everyone's freaking out.
Makes sense. So it doesn't seem like that pain necessarily will be over.
Well, this is interesting because crypto's rallying.
Yeah.
And we haven't had that for a long time. Like Bitcoin did not hit a new low, even though the NASDAQ fell pretty badly yesterday. So it's looking a little bit bullish, I would say. It's not quite long your longs, but like I've put on, these are the trades I've done in the last 24 hours. I've put on a decent amount of Monero because I think that one looks like it's one of the few that looks like it could break back out. And I am tempted to buy a bit of Bitcoin here, I have to say, like, because it just put in a higher low, right? It just put in a higher low on the back of a weaker macro picture. And that feels like it could be a bounce. Now, obviously, the issue about Bitcoin is that it has a 71K that we've spoken about, 71 to 74K ceiling. So it's maybe not like the most attractive trade because you're maybe talking about a 10% trade or maybe even less than that now before you would want to cut it. So I was looking at a few altcoins, and then the standout ones as I go through the list was like, let me look at some of them now. Pump looks no. Okay.
Pump no.
Monero is probably my favorite right now. Hype obviously is another strong one. ETH interestingly, doesn't look so bad. I would say as well.
I'm pretty similar, fairly similar chart to Bitcoin,
Right.
high or low. On that note, let's check in on our Ace Trader live finalists.
Veg just went from down 22 to down 11. But either way, it's good for your bet, Tyler.
I see Veg is down 200K stats. Oh, he's got a huge trade on. All right.
Down 13% realized.
So, Amanda, we were live sweating the quarterfinals and semifinals yesterday for 2.5 hours live. So today is the live final. There's only 30 minutes left. So whoever wins this will be the one who gets to trade that $1 million fund.
Wow. And who is it?
So we've got our boy Two Sharts, who
Two Sharts is in it.
Two Sharts won the bigger open tournament and then crushed his opponents in the quarters and semis.
Shout out to Two Sharts.
We like.
Do you know who he is, Mando? You know this guy?
Yeah, I think I know who this is.
Yeah, he's a lad. He's just like he's like a salt of the earth guy. He makes guitars. He makes electric guitars full time. Gets individual. He built his brand on Instagram, and then he puts 10% of his every guitar sale into crypto. So he's had a rough go of it, and now he's out there beating all the greats and trading. It's pretty fun.
Wow, what a story! That's pretty cool.
It is. It's the type of thing you love to see. He's got 3 daughters, you know, just trying to get by, and found this new skill for perp trading, or this new luck. You never know.
Yeah.
So Veg, he picked a bad day to be short. So I think Veg has been going short all.
He's not going to win. Marcus about to rip.
He's
The thing is, it keeps showing Veg though. What do we know? What Two Sharts is it?
No. Well, we know his total. He's like flat.
He's flat. Okay, so
he's up 10K realized. He's done 30 million volume. Okay. I mean, he basically can just coast now, right? Like he just this is his.
He can't though. With 30 minutes and 40x leverage, you know, a 1% move, a 1% move in Bitcoin goes you from not down 13 to up 25. So yeah, we learned yesterday you can't coast.
Let's see. Yeah, we need to check in on Two Sharts. So he's maybe Two Sharts is having the stream problems. We'll see. But I mean, the move on Bitcoin, this is a pretty good trading environment though for the final. Like we're seeing some pretty significant vol. Oh, here's Sharts. All right. Does he have? It looks. Oh, he's looking to go short as well. Interesting.
And at the end of the day, you want the bulls to win. Like, there's nothing that hurts you more than when KBM beats Mando because he has a bearish trade on. He's just laughing at the whole timeline. It's awful.
Yeah, I agree. I
also got to say, we're talking here about AI taking over the world and economic destruction, and all the comments can talk about is my pink hoodie. So yeah, I'll tell you, this is the Crypto Punks pink hoodie, and I don't wear it in public. I just wear it here. But this is actually more public than going on the street because more people see me. But I went to a breast cancer awareness hockey game 3 days ago. Everything was pink, and I forgot it.
Oh, come on.
I had one chance to just be such a lad.
Yeah.
And I wore like a navy hoodie, and what an idiot I am.
Sounds tough.
Did the Punks website go down? I saw someone put that in my chat, one of my chats.
Really? Maybe they're messing with the old tech a little too much, you know. Let the Punks contrast be. It looks all right now.
It's total flat. I mean, we've been at 60K basically for the week, not really a whole lot of action.
That sucks. Why can't Punks just go to $1 million and let us all be happy? Let the thesis play out. Why can't it just?
We don't ask for much. Just
I'm not. I'm not asking for world peace here. I'm not asking for an end to certain wars. I'm just saying basic shit here. We got a multi-billionaire with a B running the project. Just send it to $1 million so we can all be happy.
There was a point in time, I think about 6 months ago, about 6 months ago, that we were like, which is going to go to 250K first, Bitcoin or Punks, and actually they've both gone to 60K.
I mean, Punk's almost got there. Punk's got to like 240.
Yeah.
Which is where I bought. That's how I know.
Here are the facts though. If Punks go to $1 million, I'm still not going to sell mine, and so it could just come back here. I just don't really. I've kind of like made this like mental and public commitment that these 3 are going to my kids. So I don't even know how to find them right now.
Respect for that. I think I will probably sell one at $1 million.
Tyler, I respect your decision to sell them. We have a different relationship with the project and our crypto bags.
I wouldn't sell them all.
Tyler, did you guys talk about the AI agents taking over NFTs as the next wave up?
Great topic, Logie. This might be our final exit liquidity.
Really?
So someone posited this on the timeline yesterday. I jumped all over it. Let me find this. Nat Eliason. How funny would it be if there's another NFT run because people want cool PFPs for their agents? Only 10,000 agents can have punks. This would be funny indeed. And I said this is also my new base case.
That's actually pretty good. To be fair, like the institutions came and we decided not to dump on them. So now we have to dump on the robots. It may happen. You just don't know. They can only buy certain things, right? They might. Yeah.
They're not going to be buying Labubus. I can tell you that. They're not buying physical Labubus.
Yeah.
You need digital assets. Alex Finn, formerly NFT God, he let his Clawbot go wild and it gave itself a name and the face. So you're telling me these things may not want PFPs?
Maybe. I mean, it's very clear that people are giving them a lot of freedom. They will look at assets to trade. So maybe, Tyler.
Hear me out. AI agent run NFT DATs 2027. This is what we're give them 2026 to run up their bankrolls, and they're going to deploy it into punk DATs.
That'll be the next ETHZilla pivot potentially.
I think you should write like a sales pitch to an AI agent though. Just like have it on a website. Be like, hey, come buy this. It looks really good on you.
We can trick them. Yes.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking, right? Like you can't just be like, oh, I'll just list it. You gotta really sell it.
So here's what we do. We spin up an army of agents to just build all these websites talking about how punks and NFTs are the perfect PFPs for AI agents.
Exactly.
Saturate the web. And then as they're clawing through the web for their source material, they'll have no chance but to see it. I like where
the levels of misinformation are about to just go wild, aren't they?
And
the way you just described that was in a funny setting, but the idea that you could just do that in a non-funny setting is kind of horrific.
Yeah. And the proximity for agents in Ethereum, I mean, punks are the slam dunk. It makes so much sense.
Exactly.
I mean, Mando, on that note,
Logan's wedding is paid for. You know, we're back on the bull train.
Someone shared that like within 3 months, you'll get unlimited email and text spam, and there's just nothing they're going to be able to do about it. So,
really?
Hoping that's a little bit of doomerism. That would be. I mean, I already get quite a bit of text and phone spam. If that 10x is from agents, that's going to be a huge pain in the ass.
It is a wild time we're living through right now, you know, and the crazy thing is like you go to town, you go to wherever you live. Mando goes to the beach in Portugal, sees all the ladies. He's just like another day, another dollar. But like behind the scenes, it feels like there's a lot of stuff brewing.
Yeah. One thing I would say is the AI movement has not come to Europe.
Yeah. Oh, really?
We're still living in the 1990s.
You guys are still using an Apple 2GS?
I mean, you pay in cash. Everything is done via paper. Like it's pretty old school still in Europe, I would say. So the idea that AI agent is going to come and take over the place, I mean, they're not seeing it coming. Let me put it this way: they're going to regulate the crap out of this thing. If a single EU job is lost to AI, they're going to regulate the crap out of this.
EU is going to be the safe haven. So putting their head in the sand for technology developments over the last few decades is going to pay off if the agents go rogue. All right, folks, it looks like Two Sharks might be putting a trade on that our ad might be blocking us from seeing it, but it looked like he may be putting a Bitcoin short on. We'll see. Risky move there, Two Sharts.
I mean, don't hate on God's coin.
Guys, I'm telling you now, I think we're in for a little bit of a rally here.
Yeah. I like it. For every Friday rally for Q1, who says no to that? So last Friday we had the epic rally. We went 65 to 71.5. Glorious day for the Bulls.
Ooh, he's levering up. Is that Two Sharts levering up
Oh yeah.
on a short? Don't be a hero, Two Sharts. Don't be a hero.
Current economy?
Only 14 Bitcoin. Okay, he's using pretty small size here, so he's getting his trades in. He's protecting his book. He's well aware of his lead. We already closed it.
That was he's playing nervous right now. He's playing nervous, but when your opponent is down 24%, like maybe nervous is the way to play.
Well, here's the thing. So what was the goal when the team decided to set up the tournament in this fashion, which is a little bit different than anyone that we've seen? What was the goal? Was the goal to?
I think the goal was twofold. One was that we wanted there were a lot of goals: getting 20 KOLs and 80 people from the public, having a 100-person tournament that went a week, and like I think that stuff is kind of gives everyone a chance. But the goal of this was to make it a spectator sport. It was like, let's turn this into like a NCAA Elite Eight situation where we get, we're live streaming a little bit, but we hired 2 commentators who are literally doing the play-by-play live on that stream right now. And, I think there are ways you tweak it around the edges here. And I think, to be honest, if I had to give my assessment, I think a 30-minute is probably the right number, and commercials for 25 minutes and then watch the last 5. I think like that's like the fun part is watching the 5. This isn't quite there yet, but yeah, I think that was the basic goal. Like Elite Eight, spectator sport, all of this. The goal obviously is just to get more attention on the product, build the brand, give people a reason to come hang out.
I like it. I think there's something to it. I think you need the para aspect to it, and where like you can bet alongside Sharts or you can bet on the match. And of course, Myriad ran their markets. Let me check in on that real quick. So before, it looks like the market is open live. So yesterday we had the markets closed ahead of the quarterfinals. So before the matchup, Two Sharts was just 55-45, which I think, of course, if you think most of these are generally coin flips headed in, fair line.
Mm-hmm.
Disclosure, I put a chunk down on my boy Two Sharts. So
love that.
I'm feeling pretty good with how the
you can unwind it right now, but there's not a whole lot of liquidity going on. But it's
I'm going to ride my boy to the final here. So what is the official count? Still 97.60 minus 205. It seems like he's getting in his head a little bit. Just kind of watching him make those trades and then cancel them out. So he's playing a little defensive right now.
I'm surprised he's like wanting to go short. Wow. Yeah. He's probably at a place where he just has to put stuff on, and he's like, there, you have to at least put on like $1 million of trades. And this is strategic. It's not what fans want, but it's strategic.
If Two Sharts pulls this out, do you think the tournament structure will have done its job and the best trader has won?
Yeah, I think so. I mean, I think it's pretty hard to deny that. I mean, first of all, out of 800 people, only 80 made it. He was in that group. Then out of 100 people, he was up 450%. Then he beat Crypto Gorilla in a really close match. And then yesterday he was in a similar situation to this and put on risk last minute so that he could fend off his opponent who was rising. I think he's shown himself to be the guy who deserves to win this.
Wow, he's running up again. He's up 30K on this current long. Oh, he has to be though, because Veg is coming back.
He's coming. Yeah, I mean, you can't just.
Veg has the long on. He's up 80K, but they're in similar positions. So Sharts is at least hedged. But wow, Veg making a big move here, getting 100,000 back.
Yeah.
So if Bitcoin pumps here, if we see like a 1K candle, which might be happening.
Big.
Oh,
I mean, they put a lot of time into these assets. I think we're probably going to have to do more trading tournaments. Like the original idea behind this was this was a big investment for us. We put a lot of money into this tournament, with the trading funds that we're giving people and such, and getting the commentators and doing all the advertising and stuff. But I think like they're putting enough money into creative assets that we're going to have to do more tournaments. This can't be a one and done, but man.
Ooh, Veg is up 200K on this.
I mean, he's just doing the obvious trade. Go long. This chart is not a chart that leaves a whole lot of question in your mind about what you should be doing.
Sharks might be caught flat-footed here. We need to see what he's doing. Let's see if we've got an update on the leaderboard. Is he only 18K realized? The fees are, but I guess what we'll see is what is Sharks or what is Veg able to clear after fees from this, because that is another component. But wow, we've got a match. It looked like it might be over before we got to the end, but it's going to go down to the wire. So that is exciting for the final. I guess going through a few other headlines from the day while we got about 15 minutes left, we're sure to sweat the last 5 or so dedicated, if not more. We did have Coinbase earnings come out. They were fairly rough. I think there were some reasons for optimism, but starting at the negative, it looked like, what do we have? So revenue, 1.78 billion. That's down 22% year over year and was below estimates. Their crypto portfolio specifically was a $667 million loss. I mean, maybe not a huge surprise after the Q4 that we had across the board. The transaction revenue was down 6% quarter over quarter and 37% from last year. So that was a pretty negative line item. But I mean, coin stock did jump after hours, and I'm sure it is up today. Let's check in on how coin's doing. Oh, wow. Huge. So 15% move. So I guess the market's shaking off some of the negative headlines. And they did lay out some positive ones. Brian Armstrong said they've got 12 products generating $100 million in annualized revenue. So that's pretty solid. Their global market share doubled to 6%.
I mean, the stock's still down 36% in 1 month. So it's not, you kind of got one thing I learned, because I worked on a stock trading desk for 2 years, first years out of college. And the way things run after earnings is as much a reflection of what kind of like the quiet expectations were and how people were positioned going in versus what actually happened. Tyler, we got people here yelling about the code in the comments, and people saying no code. Eternal Bull says no code buy. Eternal Bull code. Don't leave, Eternal Bull. Stick around.
Subscriber Friday. That is the code. We'll do 2 spins. I think one's for subs and then perhaps one more random.
But yeah, I think that's what you're seeing here is, I mean, the stock was down 50% in 1 month going into this number. And they basically had to say that they were staying in business, it seems, in order to rally. But you want to hear a little story? If you tell me when you want to hear a story and when things feel calm.
I think things are calm. Let's hear a story.
So I was on Facebook, dude. I went back on Facebook. I'm on Facebook again because I'm posting pictures of my dog on there. So, I was like, all right, Facebook feels like the place you put pictures of your dog, right? So I went on and it said, your friend Brian Armstrong's birthday is today. I'm like, I'm friends with Brian Armstrong. I didn't know. It's bald Brian. I'm like, is that the right Brian Armstrong? Then I look in my messages, and he and I in 2012, we met in Hong Kong, and he wanted to buy some of my photography. So I got a messages share with Brian Armstrong. We're saying, I love your photography. We met in Hong Kong. I don't remember the conversation. He must have been there for a tech conference. And then he's like, hey, and I sent him my website. I said, have a look. If there's any picture you want, like, let me know. Just think he's a normal guy. And then he said, all right, I'll get back to you. And he never got back to me, but that was kind of fun.
That is a cool story. I'm looking up, so he co-founded Coinbase in June 2012.
Yeah.
So right around the time he was actively founding Coinbase, he was shopping for stats photography.
Yeah.
You'll have to mint that message.
Actually, I don't love putting private messages into a public forum. That's just not how I roll, really. It's kind of like one of my top ethical rules, right? But maybe this one could go there. I've posted emails that I exchanged with Dustin Moskovitz, but that was more just like employee stuff back in 2004. Stats could have been early employee Coinbase too. Yeah, you know, at that 2012, it was the right decision not to leave Uber. That was the right decision. I left the right time, which was 2018. Facebook is a place where you catch up with your racist neighbor.
Okay.
I got no interest in that space bar. Keep the racists away from me. I want nothing to do with them.
So I did see a question for Mando in the chat. So Mando, you already said you're thinking about long Bitcoin. You also said the 71, 72 limit. I think someone had a question about 69K specifically, if that's a meaningful level.
Which amount?
69,000. If that's a meaningful level, yeah.
Not for me. I remember what I said was I thought we're in this range, and I was going to wait for us to go down to the low 60s. We didn't go down to the low 60s. We went down to 65, and then we've bounced. But I think the significant thing for me here, guys, is just that stocks don't feel good. A lot of the rest of the market doesn't feel good. This was a day. There was a day yesterday where gold fell, silver fell, copper fell, all stocks fell, and Bitcoin rallies today. That we haven't seen that for a long, long time. So I think we're gonna bounce. Now, what I said to you is I still think that this 55 to 75 range is it's a pretty well-defined range from 2021. I still think we're going to be in that range. So I'm not saying we're going to 80K, but I do think we can go back up to the high end of that range. Yeah.
Is there a level to get excited? So, I mean, we got to 72 the last pump.
80? 80 would be when I mean, I'm bringing up my charts now, like when it would really feel like, oh, wow, that was the bottom. I'll give you some levels that I would look at. 82. If you get above 82, then you're talking about this is a real bounce, and could be the sign that was the bottom.
Well, we're enjoying the pump here today. Didn't necessarily see this one coming, or I didn't at least, but always love some green on.
That's why we come on this show. That's why we come on this show.
That's why we do it. ETH up even more. ETH up 4%, 2045. All right. Solana up 3% as well. Hype up 3%. So pretty solid green. Is anything really outperforming? They're all kind of up in this range. Zca's up the same. Aave's up 9%. They had an announcement yesterday. I don't know if folks saw this, that Aave Labs is launching this Aave Will Win framework. It's a proposal, so it has to be approved. They're going to direct 100% of product revenue to the DAO under a new token-centric model. So this is the latest in this broader trend, like leaning into more cash-generating protocols and how to use that.
Stanley bought his mansion, right? Doesn't need to do anything now. Mansion's bought. Now we can turn on the fee switch.
Indeed.
Smart.
How does that? I mean, Aave chart looks fairly similar to the rest, but having a nice day off the bomb. Did Uni ever get much of a second bounce? One of our traders was actively looking at the Uni chart yesterday, which was exciting.
I mean, Uni was up 120% the other day because of something BlackRock did, right?
It made a pretty big jump. BlackRock bought some.
And more than double, then it literally collapsed within less than a day. Yeah. There's just no appetite to buy crypto rallies right now. I mean, Bitcoin maybe. I hear what Mando's saying though. It's like when the rest of the world is crashing and crypto's trading well, then maybe people are eyeing a rotation into the Lord's coin.
Lord's coin. Wow, we've got a match here real quick. So let's check back in. Probably close to 10 minutes left. Yeah, less. So 8 minutes live.
Edge just can knock it out of his own way.
Oh, he closed it. Realized, but he's got he's done. He's got.
Why are these guys trying to be heroes and go short this chart? Like, guys, what are you doing? Tell me, Tyler, am I being too cynical here?
I think when you're trading the 1 second chart, and especially if you've got a short bias, you just assume that these pumps are going to reverse.
Yeah.
Right? And like, I mean, when's the last? I guess last Friday we had this, but other than last Friday, we haven't really had any sustained pumps like this. And this is pretty significant. I mean, this morning when I was at the desk, we were at 67.
Yeah.
So, I mean, we're talking 2%. So, of course, I understand in the bigger picture, this is not a huge pump, but that's probably what I'm thinking.
Yeah.
If your head is like you got to be trading counter, like, I think that's wrong because we've seen it. Like, if you put enough size on, like, you can still win without having to catch the counter moves. Like, if the edge had just been long and strong, Two Sharks was playing smaller size.
Yeah.
And he did close the gap.
Yeah.
No,
I did. I mean, I feel like these guys, I feel like going short here is like a coach calling for a fake punt. Totally insanely awesome. And the crowd goes wild if you get it right, but probably not the right decision. Just win the freaking football game.
He's still looking short.
Yeah.
Wait, Min.
We got Min commentating.
They must have brought Min in. I can't believe he's awake.
Min, the first podcast I did for the show. I like Min. I really like Min. He's a good influencer.
He's great. He's hot. He won the third place in the honorable mention in the Twitter grok contest for 100K.
Yeah. He made like 100K or something like that.
Yeah, 100,000.
Yeah, he's good, man. And he's very sincere. You know, it's like you get him on. I had him on the podcast. He doesn't talk fast. He's thinking, you know, he's talking about his wife. He's just kind of like, you know, he's talking about his relationship to Japanese trading cards as a kid. He talks about being half Vietnamese growing up. Like he's just like a sincere guy who tells an honest story. I like that guy.
Yeah. I like him too. He is very much a Zoomer. I will say that.
Yeah, he is. And I like that. That's the cool thing about being 44 and in this space is I feel like I do have insight into the thread guys of the world, the Mins of the world. Like you get to see these demographics that my peers who've got kids at my school don't have, you know?
That's very true. So I guess short could be the right spot here. So we just lost 69. We're like right on 69. You're live. 6 minutes to go. I mean, you got to put it all out there. I imagine Two Sharks is flat.
Yeah. Tyler's calling for the fake punt, but look, I mean, you know, I really want Two Sharks, but I don't. If someone who doesn't trade wins, you know, there's a piece of you that's like, yeah, you know, you haven't earned it. You haven't earned it. Like you've been smart, but yeah, I'm not sure. I feel like you've earned it.
He did 73 million volume. He's returned you $19,000 in 30 minutes.
That's true. I mean, it's not nothing, but yeah, let's see. It'll be interesting when he gets this trade fund to see how it goes.
Well, it's not counter chickens yet.
No,
you're 5 minutes left.
You're spot on there.
So we are in the final five. I think we can just keep it up and sweat it live here. I did see one headline that caught my attention, and Zero Hedge even ran with this one. There is a new quantum proposal going through Bitcoin in their BIP repository. It's BIP 360, and it is a proposal for some quantum resistance. I have not had a chance to dig through it to understand the technical details, how serious this is. But perhaps some positive movement on the quantum front. I think if we actually get any real traction there, I think the market will respond to that.
Yeah.
So I think that's definitely going to be a headline to watch.
What are you saying this headline could look like? Like what do you? Sorry, I'm missing like the texture here of what the quantum situation is.
The headline has been with the Jefferies analyst, right, and saying quantum is looming and Bitcoin is not quantum proof, and they're not really making much progress against it. So as soon as you flip that, and you have the right proposal in place in a plan, and then you can show that you actually have a roadmap to start executing against it.
Oh, I see.
You counter that FUD.
Yeah, I'd be curious if it's something that doesn't involve like 25% of all Bitcoin disappearing. Yeah. Like at the end of the day, most of these proposals require some people to bridge their Bitcoin. And if you're like me, I don't even know how to get my Bitcoin. You know, it's on some ledger. It's probably kept in my Wisconsin house right now. Like or somewhere else. I don't know. Like, and I'm in the space, you know, but I think the whole like put your Bitcoin in a box, bury it in your ground, and then get it for your kids in 30 years. People
What's the address of the Wisconsin house?
Yeah, the address is 576 Rect Drink Way.
I just want to go check on it for you. You know,
I said that it's not there. I'm just saying, like, if I had to like move all my Bitcoin right now, I wouldn't know how.
Yeah, I can move it for
There are
you.
ways I could figure it out, but it's not like easy. Although most of my stuff, to be honest, is on iBit. Most of it, I've just moved everything to most of it to iBit.
This is the thing, though. Like
Another reason to go to iBit, though, BlackRock's going to get that stuff.
Right. People have been talking about this a bit more. I saw an interview with Nick Carter about this yesterday, which is actually like, because so much of it is now owned by the institutions, they will actually be the driving force behind the quantum upgrades as well. Like they will.
I think one of the misperceptions in the space, though, is that BlackRock owns any Bitcoin at all. Like BlackRock is, I mean, they're
2%.
literally just a middleman for me and Bitcoin. They don't give a shit. Like BlackRock's not out here protecting the S&P 500.
Right, but they do
even though
custody.
most of their money's in VOO or SPY.
But for example, everyone says that BlackRock has all this power because they have voting rights on the individual stocks that they hold in their ETFs, right? So it'd be the same thing. They would have the voting rights essentially of Bitcoin or something like this.
Is that true? Do ETF holders have no voting rights?
Oh yeah, BlackRock has the voting rights.
Interesting. You learn something new every day.
Yeah. Well, so I mean, Goldman disclosed they have a billion in Bitcoin and $1 billion in ETH. So they have a position. Granted, it's small. It's like 0.4%.
Yeah. Find the $5 bill in your drawer, Tyler, and now you'll know how Goldman thinks about that $1 billion in Bitcoin. I'm not saying. I mean, look, yeah, there are a lot of powerful people. I mean, the U.S. government has a lot of Bitcoin.
Wow, live guys, real quick. So we got a minute left. Veg has got a positive trade on.
Is he going long? No,
he's up 20K UPNL 26 33. Oh, he's flipping.
I still want that heart rate monitor. I want that. I still want that. It's tied. It's tied.
Two shorts. You got to be playing the game, man.
Two shorts. Come on, man.
1.8 to 1 point.
Wow. Okay.
Oh, he gave it back. He gave some of it back. All right.
I mean, not a lot. 1% is nothing when you're long 40.
10K. Yeah. I mean, you can make that. Oh God, he's short. I mean, if he loses,
is Min just doing this live?
Yeah.
Two shorts. Oh man, I wish we had Min's audio.
Oh my God.
Oh God, they flipped.
Oh my God.
Oh my God. No.
Two shorts.
You hate to see things you hate to see. Things you hate to see. No.
Where's it gonna go? Where's it gonna go?
Oh, poor shards. What? Oh no. No.
This is a wild one.
That was insane.
Wow. I think Veg got it.
I think Veg won.
Unbelievable. Two shirts.
Unbelievable. And you can't feel bad for him. You can't because he did nothing.
Unbelievable. Final. Two shards just had it. Literally lost it in the final 60 seconds.
That was absolutely madness.
I don't think we've got the final totals yet, but yeah, it looks like
everyone wants two shards, but you got to give it to the winner.
There it is, Veg, number one. Much to my chagrin, two shards. I backed you, big dog, but maybe next time.
Man, things you hate to see.
Shout out to Veg. I mean, what a warrior there, battling back from down 200,000.
The thing is that chart, being flat on that chart that was up only for an hour.
Yeah,
it's hard to feel bad for the loser, but I know he wanted it so bad.
You rested on his laurels a little bit too much. So Stats, what's next for Veg?
So Veg is going to be given $1 million of real money, and he's going to have to go trade it. Now, the kicker is if he goes down 6%, then it's a bust because, so he's going to have to be disciplined here, right? Because if he goes down 6%, then he loses the book. But if he goes up, You know, I think it's after 3 days, he can cash out 80% of his or 90% of his profits. So he's got to be disciplined. But let's say he gets up 10%, that's 90 grand in his pocket, and we are going to have a minimum payout as well. So, man, yeah. So yeah, at the end of the day, we're not giving someone $1 million of our balance sheet to go 40x long Bitcoin and see what happens, because then we could lose $1 million quickly. But we want to see disciplined traders, and in some ways, these tournaments are a little bit different from what actually does well on Ace Trader. On Ace Trader, what does well is if you go on, you trade with discipline, you don't have big down days, and you show that you can grind higher on a daily basis. That's what we want to reward, because those are the people we want to give our balance sheet to.
You wouldn't like me, I don't think.
Come and get it, Mando. Just $169. Let's see it.
I don't think I'd pass the Ace Trader test.
So how does it work? So like, is he expected to kind of be at the desk every day? Like, what if he doesn't want to trade next Tuesday? Like, is he expected?
Doesn't matter. No, if you don't trade, nothing happens. It's just if you want to start, you know, it's like if you're a hedge fund manager, if your books flat at zero, who cares? You know, and we're not, and there's no management fee here, so you can just do it at your own pace. There will be a minimum payout though. Like, he's not going to walk away with anything less than like 25 grand. You know, like they're like, at the end of the day, to come this far against this big of a pool, you're going to be taking home money that hopefully can get you a nice trip to Mexico in the Four Seasons.
What about two charts? So he's
going to get a book, but it's going to be a lot smaller.
Yeah.
The $1 million. I mean, that was painful. That was painful.
What I will say is two charts was green every round. So he won the big tourney, and then he was green all through the quarters and semis and in the final. So he's a good trader.
Yep.
Was not good enough today.
He is good. He is good, and we hope he sticks with it. But I would have loved to see him get that $1 million, man. Fuck.
Yeah, I mean, let's just go back to the Bitcoin chart. All right, so it sold off. So short was the final. Those guys had their fingers on the short button, and it ended up being probably what won it. So yeah, we had a fairly violent pullback off 69.2, giving about 1,000 of it back here live. So that's interesting. Well, we've got about 10 minutes left in the show. I'll go through a few other of the headlines from the day. Pump Fund launching GitHub creator fee sharing. This was somewhat interesting, especially now that you see a lot of these agents getting their own GitHub pages. So I'm curious if this is kind of tied to that. Another angle for Solana to lean into agentic commerce, especially now, is Base. Base is clearly leaning in. I mean, Base rolled out their agentic wallet a couple of days ago. You have Brian Armstrong replying to the banker team yesterday. So, and effectively clearing out their other meme coin creator fee structure. So Base is going heavy into AI. It looks like Pump Fund perhaps as well. And then Solana maybe getting a little bit of negative feedback. They're launching this graveyard hack to resurrect what they're calling dead categories across 10 tracks. Art and NFTs are two of the tracks. So they're calling art and NFTs dead. SocialFi is one of these, GameFi, on-chain loyalty, ticketing, DeSci. Oh no, migrations. I thought it was fairly innocent, but I already had some folks in my replies this morning saying that maybe Solana shouldn't be calling other things dead until they revive their token. So they ruffled some feathers with this one. The prizes aren't huge, so this is kind of a smaller gimmick, I would say. 75K in total prizes. So 15K first, 10K second, third. I mean, it's not substantial by any means, but somewhat of an interesting one to watch there. I know Logan brought up the ETHZilla. He had to drop, unfortunately, but it kind of a fun headline. So the latest in ETH is now they are pivoting to tokenizing jet engines. So ETHZilla infamously made that jet investment a couple of weeks back, and now they're enabling their customers to tokenize equity in these jet engines.
I gotta screenshot this.
So
that's just like such a meme of a headline.
What could go wrong?
Exactly. We took your money to buy ETH, but now we're going to tokenize jet engines. So nothing to see here, guys. Just go on your way, walk your dog. You know, give your wife a nice kiss before lunch, and trust us. You know?
ETHZilla, come for levered ETH, stay for tokenized jet engines.
Yeah.
That's the tweet, Tyler. I'm not going to do it.
Yeah, we've got it.
That's the tweet.
We're working in rotisserie chicken, and you've got a mega viral tweet in there. But we shall see. So that was, I mean, it was a lighter day. The headlines: the CFTC spun up their innovation council. There's a lot of crypto execs on that as well. The trenches have been fairly quiet this week. Really, all said. I think some of the action has been, most of the better, stronger action's been in like the base agent token space. So bankers back to 86 million. This anti-hunter coins up 57% at 12 million, probably the biggest mover. Austin Allred's Kelly Claude hanging out at 13. So those are some of the bigger winners here of the week. But Solana's been pretty quiet. So not a whole lot going on over there. And in NFT world, this Banker Club NFT, of course, tied to the Banker token, they shared some update where new tokens launching from Banker will have the ability to send half of their fees to these Banker Club NFTs. I'm not exactly sure why a team would do that, but the market liked the headline. This thing jumped 180%. We haven't seen an NFT jump 180% to 1 ETH in quite some time. So some solid action for who's ever involved in that one. Yeah, other than that, I mean, that's kind of the roundup. I guess we didn't really talk about CPI. CPI did come in a little soft here this morning. I think 2.5. The expectation came in at 2.4. So just a bit under.
That's big,
now,
though.
folks.
That's big.
Rate cutouts have moved a bit. Let's see where they're at now. All right, so March 7th. So March is, we're not going to get the cut in March. April's up to 27%. So where was that yesterday? So it was 24% yesterday, but it was 30% last week. So we're still kind of right in that zone. So it doesn't look like folks don't think Powell's cutting again in his term. I'm not sold on that.
He's only one vote. People talk about Powell and Walsh way too much. These are 12-person voting committees, and in today's polarized world, I don't think it's a thing where the chair can control the other 11. I think that's one of the reasons we've been bearish, actually. I think there was this idea that the new Fed chair was going to print money. Now people are looking at like Warsh and kind of who the governors are. They're like, maybe this whole free money and the market is what was the market up last year? Like, it's just on the money printer will go burr kind of thesis. And I think right now people are saying, hold your horses.
I think that makes sense. Let's see where the end of year odds, not really a whole lot of movement in the past day. So we're about 50% to get to 2 cuts and then 50% to maybe get past that. So kind of a coin flip, but not a whole lot. I expect to see maybe a little bit more action on that one. But yeah, I think that's mostly it. So with a few minutes left to go, producer Charlie, if you're with us, we didn't do any EAT spends yesterday, so we're going to do double here today. I think at least one is for a sub for Subscriber Friday. I think you had last chance to get that code in. It was Subscriber Friday was the code, I believe, today. We'll get the wheel up. We're going to pick 2 winners. Again, we're not going to do the EAT action live today. We will do it next week when Farouk is back.
So we can't play the Wolf game without Farouk. Is that what I'm saying?
Sadly, yeah.
The Wolf game's so fun.
Lamb chop. Yeah, it is a fun game. Amanda, while we wait, so congrats, another record day on Wednesday. Is that right?
Dude, I cannot tell you the volume that's gone through the site this week. We've done more volume in 2 days, the last 2 days, than we have done in months. Like, we did 140 million of volume in 2 days.
Jesus.
In perspective, in April of last year, the first month that we launched, we did 50 million of volume. So we did nearly 3x all of April's volume in 2 days. what we did, remember we moved to this 50K weekly race.
Yeah.
Like a lot of people have come in to play that. So people coming in, huge size playing that. But yeah, monster volume the last 2 days. We've already done more volume than we did in January. We've done
halfway through the month.
done more volume plus 30 million basically already in February. So huge volume.
Without getting into the secret sauce, are there any levels where like the risk management team kicks in? Like, hey, maybe we need to like slow this down, or is it all just totally good?
I mean, someone did win big, but then someone's also like the revenue's been fine. Like we actually interesting. I can peel back the fucking onion a little bit here. The last 4 days, we've basically made a little bit of money. It's been like just some people have been up, some people have been down, but huge volume. And we also paid out like our monthly rewards on yesterday, and so everyone gets like a big monthly bonus. So you have like huge volume yesterday. So, but one person spinning just on dice, just 10K on dice, won $1.7 million.
It's insane.
That's a 1 in 4,000 chance of it happening. This guy.
Yeah. Well, appreciate you going into that a bit. Charlie, let's spin the wheel. Let's get some winners. All right, we are live. Beast 11. Recognize the handle. Recognize from the chat. I don't think they've won in a while. So it's good to see A Beast U1. There he is. And looks like we're going to do one more spin. All right, so I think that was the sub. This is the broader spin, I think. But yeah, Charlie, let's go ahead and give it a rip. Can't win twice in a row, so we're going to rerun that one. Man, how about that? It's time for you to buy a lot of Sir Robot? All right. Sir Robot. I'm not sure if I recognize that handle.
Not a bot, everyone. No, that's a well-known name.
All
Japanese.
right. So Sir Robot and A Beast, you have won. Again, check back in next week. There they are. They are both live here today. Well, folks, that's going to do it for this week. I'm actually not sure if we're going to be back on Monday. I am out Monday. I'm traveling for the holiday. I think maybe for Okamendo we'll let you know on X. Otherwise, we will certainly be back.
Next week is kind of like Brazilian Carnival, which in Portugal people count also as a holiday. So thank you for understanding. Thank you. Hopefully, I will not be here all week as well.
So perhaps don't expect a show on Monday, but we'll be back Tuesday, 10 a.m. Eastern, folks. As always, I want to thank all our listeners. Stats, thanks for coming in these last few days. It's been fun, man. No, thank you as always. We will see you folks next week. Goodbye.